Ladies, gentlemen, and you beautiful rainbow people in between. Welcome back to the Pebble Fort. I am Belphegor, Prince of Sloth and ever exhaustive. Hello, amazing is cool, and KO2. How you two doing today? Hopefully well. Right. Tuesday, we beat Heavensward. We punched the bishop in the face, revived Y'shtola, kind of went over, finished the Dark Knight stuff, went to meet Master Matoya, broke into a library, and got to Oz's Law. And then we saw Estinian turn into Nidhogg at the last moment, which they were heavily foreshadowing the entire time. Anyway, let us continue our adventure, shall we? And I got Spike here with the Dark Knight armor. So, you know, always some sort of positive. So now I think we're in the epilogue of Heavensward. Finished my free trial story tonight. Spent all night on it, but kinda worth it. Super sad on how everything ended. Just gonna have to buy the game then, aren't ya? Me and you both. An uncertain future. Alphanor wishes to share the latest developments in the search for the missing scions. Oh yeah, that's a thing. Fortuitous timing as always, Taida. Totaro was about to brief me on the search for our missing comrades. If you would be so kind then. Absolutely. You'll be pleased to hear that Riol and his men have been making excellent progress. You remember how Lahamin helped me to escape the Crystal Braves and Limsa Laminsa, only to then disappear? Well, according to Riol, she crept aboard a ship bound for Rods at Han. What the fuck? Where she's been hiding ever since. He assures me that it won't be long before we're reunited. As for Yida and Papalumo, the remains of the Link Pearls have been found, and in Pearl Lane of all places. Riol thinks they must have disposed of them after escaping from the Royal Promenade. Yes, that would make sense. They could not risk being eavesdropped upon by our betrayers. We're all but certain they fled the city shortly after, though we still don't have a clue where they went, even. I see, and what of Thancred and Minfilia? I'm afraid I have nothing new to share about those two. It's not all doom and gloom. The good news is we've enlisted the services of a Shalian scholar, one of the students of Baldessian, to aid in the search. You should be arriving any day now. One of the students, you say? I should very much like to meet the scholar, if time permits. But first we must attend to more pressing matters. Sir Emmerich has summoned the two of us for a private audience. The messenger did not specify what he wished to discuss, only that it was urgent. Assuming that you have no objections, Assuming you have no objections, Taida, I suggest we proceed to the congregation forthwith. And mayhap we may meet with the scholar afterwards. Agreed? Lizard wife nod. In that case, I think I'll return to the Forgotten Night for now. Things are liable to fall apart if I'm gone too long, you know. Lizard wife nod. It's my most powerful weapon. Right. Go meet up with Emmerich. Whoops, wrong button. what Emmerich wants with our spiky lizard wifeness. Yeah, breathe, spray, recede. We're back, bitches!
Thank you for coming.
What's voice?
I wish to speak with you both in a place where privacy was assured.
I like to say sound of him saying
I
privacy.
quite understand. What was it that you wished to discuss?
Oh, hey, I'm taller than Alpha for once.
With my father's passing, the seat of the Archbishop lies vacant. And so, in accordance with canon law, I have assumed his responsibilities.
Oh, that's
I
rough,
should
buddy.
stress that this is a temporary measure. It was never intended that the Lord Commander of the Temple Knights serve in this capacity indefinitely. Quite the opposite. The statutes specify that I should surrender my powers as soon as a conclave of the senior clergy and the high houses have named a new archbishop. But in light of recent events, that would not seem appropriate.
I confess I did not expect you to divulge quite so much quite so soon. The details of the Archbishop's plans, perhaps, but the true origin of the war and all it entails?
I too had concerns. But when the Warrior of Light is witnessed returning to the capital upon the back of a dragon, one's options are rather limited.
Not my decision. I would have come on my
I could have considered
Magitech
certain
Claw.
details, but for how long? And at what risk? Should the truth have come to light in the meantime, how would the people have viewed my silence? After 1,000 years of lies and secrecy, I could not well abuse their trust and hope to be believed. The time for deception has passed. I only wish the people agreed. That some would deny the truth I had anticipated, but not this many. And among the few who acknowledged that my father had to be stopped, no small number question our methods.
If they suspect a coup, it will not be long before some turn to violence.
It has already begun, and that on both sides. Men and women of the cloth are being harassed in the streets. Some have even been assaulted in the Broom. Hilda and her people have formed a watch to help us maintain order, but such measures will not prevent the unrest from spreading.
For all our talk of peace, the people remain frightened and confused. For their sake, we must bring the Dragonsong War to a definitive end.
And we should be glad to help you, Sir Emmerich. But what precisely would you have us do?
We wish to treat with the dragons of Annex Trine. To that end, I would trouble you for an escort and an introduction.
Annex Trine? You would speak with Vidofnir then?
We must needs open a dialogue between our peoples. Acting as my representative, Lucia will extend an invitation to their leader, that she might visit us here in Ishgard. Were she still with us, I would of course have beseeched Isel's assistance in this matter. But as she is not, I must ask that you aid us in her stead. Will you do us this favor? Thank you, my friends. Lucia, I leave the rest to you.
I wanted to be on the record that I pronounced all those words incorrectly.
In the wake of the Archbishop's fall, the nation of Ishgard trembled, the faith of her people shaken to its very core.
Right? I just mute myself
For
again.
1,000 years had they fought and died, certain of the justice of their cause, only to be told that their holy war was born of the sins of their forefathers. What then for those brave men and women, thus stripped of their righteousness but to despair, to deny the truth and decry its speakers? And what then for those whom they defamed but to hope on, to have faith in a brighter tomorrow? A tomorrow in which man and dragon might live together in harmony, then as distant as the very stars in the heavens. Yet while we dared to hope, deep within his lair the enemy lay, gathering his strength. Nidhogg, now possessed of his 2 eyes and the body of the Azure Dragoon, prizes to which he had laid claim at the very hour of the hero's triumph. As desperately as we sought the solace of peace, the great worm craved the misery of war. Nor was he alone in his misbegotten desire.
That's intense. Let's see. Still have tons of things to do. We'll focus on them. I'm sure there's much more to do, even if your free trial story has ended. I know little of the lands of these dragons call home. This Exit's Shrine. Had you not agreed to escort me, the coming journey would seem a far more daunting prospect. I confess, I myself once shuddered at the thought of it. Yet even the longest journey begins with the first step, does it not? But ere we set forth, Tida and I must needs inform our comrade of our plans. We really shouldn't. This is asinine at this point. Every time we go to leave the city, we have to go talk to like 20 different NPCs. Just use your fucking link pearl. Very well, I shall see to my preparations. Then let us go and bid farewell to Tataru, Tida. Oh my god. Okay. Can I just use your fucking link pearl, I guess? So, what was your secret meeting all about? I'm all ears. Emmerich wants to marry me, so I'm gonna get a giant bed and you stab him in the back. A diplomatic mission to Axis Shrine, you say? Well, I suppose that does take precedence. And should you meeting with Vidofner happen to end early, you might consider rendezvousing with Y'shtola in Ildashire. She'll be there to receive our guests. Don't get me wrong, your meeting with the dragon is terribly important and everything. The skull just happens to be. Time permitting, as I said. We shall endeavor to join Y'shtola, but if we cannot, pray pass on our regards. Let us be off, Tida. We have kept the first commander waiting long enough. Okay. Little pointless piece of dialogue there. Let's just go back. You're ready then? Good. So am I. Cocoa, creme brulee, almond cream croissant. Right. Breaking the cycle. Alphanor is ready to escort Lucia to Axis Shrine. The path is long but known to us. From Falcon's Nest, we shall cross the Western Islands and make for the Tail Feather and the Dravanian Forelands. There we shall stop to rest and replenish our supplies. Questions? If not, then the stables await. Teleporting to Tail Feather now. Activate Magic Claw. I always imagined that the first time I set foot upon Dravanian soil would be at the head of an army, and here I am ready to treat with the brothers and sisters of mine enemies. For well do I know how difficult it can be to set aside the past, though it was I who first proposed recruiting Ysael to our cause. I questioned the wisdom of my words almost as soon as I had uttered them, and for a long time after that. Here was a woman with the blood of innocence on her hands. Men, women, children, all slain in the name of the implacable Lady Iceheart. Yet she acknowledged her misdeeds and agreed to join us in common cause. At our side she fought in service to the greater good, even unto her dying breath. And while that does not absolve her of her sins, I hope that one day she will be remembered not merely as a heretic, but as a misguided soul who dreamt of peace. You ask much, Master Alphino, yet you can say what might come to pass, should our negotiations bear fruit. Yes, of course. We must press on to Onyx Shrine. If you will follow me. Sorry, was that lamp post always there, or did it just spawn right now? Onyx Shrine? I could just teleport there, but this is still too hilarious not to do. I mean... This is just silly. This is the silliest thing ever. I'm easily amused, apparently. Right. And cutscene. Thou art ever welcome here, friend of Ysael. But this one I do not know. It's Alphino. Don't you recognize him? He was the short guy. Pray forgive us this unannounced visit of Venofria. May I present to you Lucia, first commander of the Temple Knights of Ishgard, and our trusted friend. It is an honor to meet you, Venofria. I come as an envoy of Sir Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, and acting leader of the Holy See. Indeed, you may speak. Indeed, you may speak, knight. For 1,000 years, man and dragon have been locked in an endless cycle of bloodshed and sorrow. To our shame, we have long believed your kin to be the architects of this war, but now we know the truth. That King Thoradin and his knights 12 did willfully betray and murder the great worm shattering the peace between our peoples. For 1,000 years, our leaders conspired to conceal this truth, a truth which was at last laid bare by the Warrior of Light, the Azure Dragoon, and Ysael. Alas, a deception so intricate. Thanks for the melody, by the way. You're welcome. I hunted it down after stream. I'm like, oh, there it is, and just sent it to you. Thanks for the clip. Alas, a deception so intricate, wrought cannot be undone in a moment, and our people labor to accept the truth. After an eternity of war, who would dare to dream that peace could at last be within our grasp? Yet dream we must, as Yseld once did, and we must make that dream a reality, as she could not. We humbly beseech you, Vinafia, join hands with us in friendship once more, before the eyes of my people in Ishgard. A most unexpected invitation. I've heard your request, knight. However, I cannot yet give you mine answer. May I ask why? The matter concerneth my sire. He must needs be consulted. Moreover, the Nath grow bold, even as they did before. I would not leave my people at the mercy of the swarm. Then we will wait. After 1,000 years of war, we shall not give up on peace for want of patience. Ha! Fear not, knight. Thou shalt have mine answer within thy lifetime. So soon. My humble thanks. I shall bear your words to my lord forthwith, until we meet again. Given the circumstances, I would say that went rather well. To be frank, I'm surprised our proposal was not rejected outright. Whether aught will come of it remains to be unseen, however. Mayhap I should take this opportunity to speak with some of the other dragons. But you need not wait for me. The return journey holds no fears for me now. Well, if you have no further need of our services, goddammit, I cannot talk today apparently, we shall continue on to Charlian. We hope to welcome a scholar who has agreed to aid us in the search for our missing comrades. Then I pray your journey is as swift and uneventful as ours was, and thank you again for sparing the time to assist us, even when such grave matters remained unresolved. I can think of no graver matter than a 1,000-year war, one which our friends gave their lives to see ended. Suffice to say, I would willingly make 1,000 such journeys to ensure that their sacrifice was not in vain. Of that, I have no doubt, Master Alphinaud. I only hope that the fates will not hold you to your word. It's chilly today. Deserves some nice cozy blankets. Another time, another place. Alphinaud is eager to set out for Charlian. So it would seem we have time to greet the scholar after all. How delightful. I shall be interested to hear how she means to go about finding Minfilia and Thancred. I can only assume she is privy to some new investigative technique. In any event, our first order of business is to rendezvous with your Stola in Ildershire. Someone else said it. What? That it's getting cold again? That we need, like, layers of blankets? Activate! Nanny hand. Yeah, it's rather chilly. Getting really close to autumn, so we're getting back into some nice cocoa weather. Ah, Tida, 'tis good to see you, I confess. I had assumed your business in Annex Shrine would detain you longer. Did you meet with Vinafia go well? As well as can be expected. She must discuss Sir Emmerich's proposal with her Eisfather, of course. But she seemed amenable to the suggestion. What of our Charlian guest? Has she arrived yet? She has, but when I explained that you would be joining us, she asked if she might use the intervening time to explore. I agreed to meet her outside on the front bridge. We should be on our way. Been living in cold for 2 weeks. Vice versa for me. I've been living in 114 degree Fahrenheit weather. Hop, hop, hop. It's been sweltering and dry. Ugh. Could fry an egg on the sidewalk. And a cutscene. Another Lalafell. Must be as hard working as Tataru.
I'm terribly, terribly sorry to have kept you all waiting.
Nice to meet you. I like your hood.
You need not apologize. We arrived but a moment ago ourselves.
Indeed, indeed.
Pray, allow me to introduce Kryle, who has recently come from the Sharlayan motherland. She has generously offered to assist us.
Kryle, you mean the one that was injured when the students of Baldessian's island just kind of disappeared out of fucking nowhere? That Kryle? Kryle that Minfilia was talking to in that random cutscene after A Realm Reborn? We're finally meeting Kryle? Wow! I didn't think that'd ever come back. I thought that was like another side quest I'd have to do to find out who the fuck she was, but here she is walking in on the MSQ. How do you like them apples? Nice.
Please, think nothing of it. A trip to Eorzea was long overdue.
You're goddamn right. Nice to meet you finally.
You must be the warrior of light. Yes, you certainly do look the part. A pleasure to meet you at last, miss.
Yes, because the first thing you think when you say Warrior of Light is a goth lizard wielding a giant sword stained in blood and dressed in the spikiest goddamn armor you've ever seen. This is the peak image of the Warrior of Light.
And who is that I spy but young Alpha No Levieux himself? I dare say someone's grown an ilm or two in my absence. Or are those lifts in your boots?
Those are lifts in his boots.
We, Miss Kryle and I met at the Studium years ago. I shall forever be indebted to her for her sage guidance.
Mm-hmm.
It was no small task keeping him out of trouble, believe you me. The youngest ever to enter the Studium, him and his sister, 11-year-old prodigies.
Keep calling it Stadium. It's the Studium.
Suffice it to say, social graces were not among his list of talents. Striding up to his seniors on his first day, head held high. What was it he said again?
Thank you, Kryle.
Oh good, we're reaching the part of the story where we openly roast
Oh, I
Alphinaud
haven't
for being the
finished
little
yet.
shit he
Would
is.
you care to attempt a more dexterous deflection?
Mayhap we should save this delightful conversation for a more fitting occasion, when pressing matters do not demand our undivided attention.
Ah.
A bit much, but better. I can tell you have been putting your skills to use here in Eorzea. Henceforth, I trust you will dazzle me with your eloquence at the first time of asking.
Get him! Get him, boy! Get that boy! Throw him off a bridge with me!
On to more pressing matters. Finding Minfilia and the other missing scions.
I gather you have new information to share with us.
A new approach, actually. Tataru recounted the tale of your escape, and it gave me an idea.
What, we're gonna get Orianche?
Assuming Thancred left some manner of trail when you whisked him away, as is almost always the case with teleportation magics, I am confident I can find and follow it.
Oh, really? That'll be fun.
Then what are you waiting for?
Breakdance lessons.
The wherewithal to do it. The fact is, my abilities aren't quite up to the task. Not in themselves, anyway. If I had Master Matoya's crystal eye, on the other hand...
Are we gonna go bother Matoya again?
Then let us all call on her forthwith. I think it best that you explain your plan to her in person.
I think, didn't she like choose the cave to be in privacy, and now we're just bugging the hell out of that old lady? God, what a bunch of ruffians, aren't we? But it will let us see Ishtola and Matoya fire back and forth with dry wet, and I'm all here for that. I will never get over this fucking claw. It's just carrying me around like a temper tantrum thrown toddler being thrown in a pram. So easily amused am I. Right. Let's go bother Matoya. This cold is making me sleepy. More sleepy than usual, I should say. Yeah, that is definitely a face. That is goddamn terrifying. The fuck puts faces in claws? You did say we headed for a cave, did you not? Guess I certainly don't see a cave nearby. Is Master Matoya meeting us on the way or something? Do we have a treat for you, Cryle? In the eye of the beholder, the prospect of meeting the famous Master Matoya seems to have set Cryle thinking. So I have heard many stories of Master Matoya, some quite flattering, as others less so. Rest assured they're all true. This way, and have care where you tread. Tread. There. You treaded all over the place. Nothing happened. Cutscene. I like this thing. It's relaxing. Hi, we're back to bother you. Well, there you are. I'm just here for my giant bed.
Oh. Is that trouble I smell? Or did you forget to wipe your boots on the way in?
Give us, Master Matoya. We will be sure to wipe them on the way out. And may I say how glad I am that age has not yet deprived you of your senses.
Oh my god, these two are murderous!
So quick-witted, aren't we? To the detriment of your manners. Well, out with it then. What do you want?
Pray, allow me to introduce myself, Master Matoya. I am Cryle, of the students of Baldessian. I hope you will excuse our unannounced visit.
Don't throw us the fuck out.
Baldessian, you say? Oh, yes. The old coot set up shop on the Isle of Val, didn't he?
Regrettably, our order's headquarters and the isle itself were obliterated by a magic of immense power. I have the blessing of light to thank for my own preservation.
Oh, she has the echo too.
Cryle, you too possess the echo.
Apparently. Neat.
Well, yes, of course I do.
Matter of factly.
Our order is devoted to uncovering the mysteries of Hydaelyn and interpreting her will, particularly through the study of her gift to us. It was in the course of these studies that I met and subsequently befriended Minfilia. She and I have rather a lot in common.
Oh, really? Neat.
I had no idea.
You weren't supposed to. Not that I wanted to deceive you, you understand, but precautions had to be taken.
That's fair. The light of the crystal is rather blinding.
Yes, that's all well and good, but you still haven't told me why you're here.
Yeah.
The students of Baldessian are gone, and there is naught I can do to change that. But the signs of the seventh dawn can yet be restored, and my dear friend found. You have in your possession an ancient crystal of light, one you call your crystal eye. I believe I can use it to focus my abilities and locate one of the missing scions.
The fuck happened to the Isle of Val?
And there I was, thinking you might want to make use of my years of experience. Oh, wait here.
I love Matoya so much. So much snark in that old lady.
Long did I ponder the nature of this crystal and its familiar radiance, but never did I suspect it was a crystal of light.
On the cusp of an umbral calamity, souls blessed with the power of the Echo invariably appear.
Right.
To aid these, her chosen warriors, Hydaelyn bequeaths to each a slither of her strength in the form of a crystal of light.
So how the fuck does she give it? Do we give it back to her?
As her strength wanes, so too does the potency of her gifts. This crystal, born of an earlier era, is infused with a power far greater than those of this age.
Good to know.
You could travel the length and breadth of the land and not find a crystal even a fraction as pure. Its value is beyond measure, as are the risks inherent in its use.
No two manifestations of the Echo are alike. I, for example, can converse with beings of every shape and size, excepting beasts, contrary to what others would have you believe. Language has nothing to do with it, of course. Rather, I am sensitive to the whispers of the soul. Their intent, their very essence even. The traces of which serve to guide the elementals to Y'shtola. Far-fetched though it may sound, I believe that with your crystal eye, I may be able to pick up where they left off and follow the remaining trail to Thancred. That is, if I have your permission.
Well, the poor sod's not going to find himself. So, as long as you don't drop it or take it out of my sight, you may do with it what you will.
At least she's polite.
Thank you, Master Matoya.
What the hell were they chatting about?
Then let us begin.
Kame? God damn it, why is the crystal of light always so fucking bright? Are you about to drop a mixtape, or?
From the Black Shroud, the trail continues to the north and west, towards a mountain, the foot of Som Al. It was a near thing, but he was not deposited within the rock. I think.
That guy just had a rough landing.
The hunters of Tailfeather know those lands well. I say we begin our search there.
Okay, bye. Nice to see you, Master Matoya. You're always a hoot to commune with, especially when your shoulder's there to snark back. Alright, so we're off to Tailfeather. Shake your tail feather. Alright. Activate. Nanny Glove! I'll think of a good name for this at some point, but for now it is definitely just the timeout bot. Bad lizard wives going to timeout. Were I to find myself in unfamiliar wilderness, my first instinct would be to seek out signs of civilization. Ordinarily, perhaps, but in his wounded state, he may not have wished to risk contact with strangers of unknown allegiance. Yet even had Thancred chosen to remain in the forest, others would surely have stumbled across his trail. Tailfeather doesn't strike me as an isolated outpost, though. Merchants and traders pass through reasonably regularly. Do they not? In which case, we'll need to provide a more detailed description when we question the locals. Fear not, Kryle. I have already prepared several sketches of Thancred for that very purpose. This is impressive. You drew him from memory? A skill I acquired some years ago for reasons I no longer remember. I propose we split into two pairs. Y'shtola and I will inquire on the outlying encampments, while Tyda and Kryle question the residents of Tailfeather. Afterwards, we shall regroup near Loth As-Avath and share our findings. Assuming there are no objections, let us be about it. Lizard wife nod. My, he certainly has matured, hasn't he? Hard to imagine he was once a boy who practiced drawing for hours to impress young ladies. Anyway, we had best get started. Find me when you're finished making your rounds. For reasons he no longer remembers, and Kryle's spilling that tea. Searching for a friend of yours? Let's have a look then. There you go. No, I ain't seen him around. Sorry. What's that you got there? A sketch? I love Kryle for this reason. For just dropping all the dirt on Alfnor for being a little shit for the past 3 patches. Can't say I know the face. Say he's something of a warrior. I heard a tale the other day about a Hurain vagabond who brought down a Bandersnatch by himself, and with style. The way they tell it, he was dancing like a beast. He was dancing with the beast like it was the bell of the bleeding ball. Sound like your man? Sounds like our man indeed. What is Thancred if not snark and circumstance? A Hurrian man. You're not exactly rare, you know. Could you be more specific? There you go. I did spy this bloke a while back. Didn't get a good look of his face, but it could have been him. This was beyond the forest, as I recall, along the river to the west of Tailfeather. Remember thinking he wasn't much of a hunter. Lad was making no efforts to cover his tracks, see? That and he was carrying an axe instead of a bow. Finished? In that case, I think we've learned everything we can here. Let us see what the others have found. Timeout bot, activate! I like how we're meeting all these fun characters this expansion. We have the snarky Matoya, and the tea-dripping Kryle. Who else are we gonna run into? I miss Moonbreeder. She put Urianja on edge the way Kryle does Alfna. It's rather cathartic considering what happened in post-ARR. Last Warrior, the story have you seen with an axe. That dude on the moon. At least I think it was the moon. My apologies for our late arrival. We thought it wise to question as many hunters as we could. The moon. To the moon! Many have made camp in inaccessible locations, ideal for hunting game, not so receiving visitors. Nevertheless, our time proved well spent. There have been countless sightings of an exceptionally capable Hyrian hunter with whom no one is familiar. Though none chanced to see the man's face, his height and build matched Thancred's description, as does his fighting prowess. I'm a small lizard wife, was my fucking bed. So, you heard the same tales. Be that as it may, we may yet want for conclusive proof. Mayhap this is unrelated, but I heard a curious tale regarding a Vath trader. He came to Tailfeather in search of garments fit for a man of refinement, which seemed a rather curious description for one of his kind. Beyond replying that Thancred sent a Vath to the market in his stead, why would he not go himself? Well, if you recall, you yourself emerged from the life stream as naked as a name day. It is a scene I shall never forget. You better fucking forget! Is it now? Well, I was pleased to see you. I mean, I was simply stating a statement of fact. It stands to reason that Thancred found himself in the same predicament. In any case, if he had dealings with the Vath, they should be able to tell us, no? Quite right, Cryo. Quite right. God, Alfredo is just digging himself deeper into this hole. A little slow, a little late. Avenel would like very much to continue the search for Thancred. Well, what are we waiting for? For all we know, Thancred could be waiting for us at Loth's Voth. We must go and see the Voth right away. Come along, everyone. Come along. Ignore me just saying that I saw Y'shtola naked, and I remember it for the rest of my life. Click, great hunters. We welcome you once more to Loth's Voth. What do you seek this day? We seek a man with whom we are told you may have had certain dealings. How curious, the hunters to have godly sport and pursue mortal play? No, he's not prey, but a friend long missing. Click, good. He is friend to the Voth as well, one with whom we have traded many times. Truly? And you're quite certain that was this man? There's no doubt. Click. Fleshing clothes and skins came to us from Samal, lost and weak. He offered meat and hides in trade. In exchange, we tended to his wounds. He brought us much flesh, so skilled a hunter he was, much flesh. When he asked for garments, we gladly provided them. And where is he now? Click. Gone to Loth's North. Not long ago, when he heard the One Mind had summoned our god once more. But finding he has returned, Vinofner did say the Nath had grown as before. God, that makes some sense. But what could Thancred hope to accomplish by himself? Honored Elder, we thank you for your help. Would that we could repay this kindness ere we depart, but we must hasten to our comrade's side. Go, great hunter, lest the Nath claim him as sacrifice. Click. Still think they should Still think that they should sound like little gremlin men. With a strange in the voice. Click. Not all well spoken as they were in the Ravania cutscene, you see. Yes. Nannybot. Oh, we're landing over there. Oh, there's a great flavored circle. Alright, quiet. Let's do this. Who the fuck keeps giving these insects guns? Might as well give ants flamethrowers. God. And a cutscene. Small as a wife with giant sword wins. Uh-oh. Holy shit, what's going on?
Thancred. It could be Thancred. We must hurry.
They made them themselves. Those are some engineering-ass insects. Oh, hey, it's you. Hello, Moon Man. And you got a posse of people from the trailer, too. I want your axe, good sir. Can I have your giant axe? I've been trying to get it for a while now. I have a giant sword instead, because I couldn't get it. Oh god, we're hallucinating?
This day, we reclaim the reins of history. This day, we rid ourselves of the Ascians forever!
A little rough with voice acting.
Fools playing at heroes, all of you. Is this how you believe you can save your world?
We can and we will, Ascian. You shall see. Or perhaps you will not!
Wow, that was kind of corny. Why is the light of the crystal so blinding?
So you are the warrior of light, the savior of Eorzea.
That's a bit of a stretch.
It's a wonder you didn't come sooner, what with the primal and all. Lost a step, have we?
I wasn't really looking for a primal.
Have care. The ether moves strangely around him.
It would seem we share a common enemy. Mayhap you would tell us who you are.
Shall we show them?
Holy shit! I forgot she could do that. Wow. Alvino, you useless little shit. Oh my god, why is he dressed like that? Oh great, he's going through an emo phase. Oh, we get Thancred's new voice actor too, huh? Haven't heard him talk since ARR. That's pretty fucking neat.
Not very sporting of you to interrupt, but so be it. Mark well our faces, warrior of light, for we are the warriors of darkness, walkers of a different path, and we shall meet again.
And I am a Dark Knight. Clearly, the potato is the leader of the group.
Warriors of Darkness? Really?
My thoughts exactly. That seems a little too corny.
Thancred, are you all right?
God damn. What the fuck are you wearing, dude? You look like you're starting your own prog rock band. Maybe a little grunge and Nirvana. Yeah, this hardly seems like the place to keep doing that.
Wait. I'd rather not be here when the Nath arrive. Agreed?
Oh, he sounds very cultured and elegant. Just so you know, all of them have the echo. Yeah, I kind of figured by them hallucinating too. And holding their heads. I already like Thancred's new voice actor.
Suffice it to say, our reunion was not at all as I pictured it. Waiting until the last instant to join the fray. 'Tis plain you have not lost your appetite for the dramatic.
But you love him otherwise.
My appetite for the dramatic. Have you forgotten the circumstances of our parting? The heroic last stand, the tunnel filling with light, and then... Had I known you intended to use forbidden magics to deliver me to some god's forsaken wilderness, I would have thanked you in advance.
That's Thancred.
Thancred.
Never change, dude. Never change.
If nothing else, you might have warned me that I would emerge from the life cleanly altogether. Eventually, I managed to fashion knives from some obsidian I found, and set about hunting for meat and hides.
This guy is
Given
motherfucking
that I'm
metal.
not all that skilled in leatherworking, it's probably for the best that I met the Vath before I was reunited with you.
Thank God there's a squirrel there.
So you were the fleshling clothed in skins of whom the storyteller spoke.
A description which fit me as ill as the skins themselves. Happily, I was able to trade with the Vath for garments better becoming a man of refinement.
Yeah, that's Thancred.
From them, I learned of Ravana, and of the great warrior who had once laid him low.
I'm a small lizard white still. I'm just more spiky.
Did you conclude that were you to track the Primal's movements, it would surely bring you into contact with the Scions once more?
Yeah, that makes sense.
It seemed a reasonable assumption. I could think of no one else with your enthusiasm for slaying beastmen gods. Until now, that is.
Yeah, fair enough.
Ah, yes. The self-proclaimed warriors of darkness. 'Tis only fitting that they stand in opposition to the warrior of light, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm not that worried about them.
I glimpsed the leaders past, if only for a moment. They were confronting a man in black.
I was gonna
An
say,
Ascian, I think.
why wasn't Cryo in that flashback?
If these warriors are capable of doing battle with Ascians and Primals both, they must be possessed of powerful protection. Protection not unlike the Echo.
The plot thickens. Well, not too worried about the Warriors of Dark just because they have a dumb name. Thancred, on the other hand, what? That I need to go out and do some stuff. God damn it. Alright, you can always watch the VOD later. Those are up for like 16 days for the non-affiliated. Don't worry about it, KO2. Go do your stuff and have a good day. Thanks for stopping by. Dreams of the lost. After all is lost in thought, doubtless ruminating on the implications of your encounter with the Warriors of Darkness. Blessed with the powers of the Echo, and driven to put down primals. Despite his declarations that they walked a different path, I struggle to see how the goals conflict with ours. Luckily, the building closes in 2 hours. Do the hustle. Well, better hustle then. Nor is it that the only oddity. I find it passing strange that such exceptional individuals should have wholly escaped our notice until now. Surely we would have heard rumors and attempted to recruit them to our cause. Recall no such adventurers, and would not soon forget the like. Nor would any of us, I think. Listen to the stream on the way. Alright, well, hopefully my dulcet tones are good to listen to. One of our primary duties was to scour the city-states for the promising candidates, which is how I found Tida. The memories. Seems like only yesterday that you slew your first primal. Speaking of which, I had the distinct impression that it was not the first time the band of merry men and women had killed a god. I labor to believe that a band of preternaturally gifted adventurers has been traveling the land, slaying primals without our knowledge. It would imply gross negligence on our part. You have a good voice. Why, thank you. Speculation will avail us not. There is far too much we do not know. For the present, we must needs concentrate on what we do know, namely that Lord Ravania is no more. Vidofna must be informed. The news may render her more receptive to Sir Emmeric's invitation. Since you seem to have affairs here well in hand, I shall take my leave. Simply by being in the vicinity of these colonies is giving me a sinking headache. If you have need of me, I shall be with Master Matoya. I would beg her assistance in the search for Minfilia. Wait, Minfilia's missing? I thought she escaped with Tida. I shall explain on the road. Much has happened in your absence. Bye, Kryl. Nanny bot activate! Yeah, you're now officially the nanny bot. That is what I shall refer to you thusly. Activate! Bagpipes! I had not thought to see thee again. I had not thought to see thee again so soon, mortal. If thou seekest the night, know that she hath long since departed for Ishgard. My thanks, Vafnir, but it was not for her that we came. We bring good tidings for you and yours. Lord Ravania, who had been summoned by the Nath, has again been laid low. Truly, once more you mortals have succeeded where mine own kin did fail. You have our deepest thanks. Would that we could take credit. The god fell by another's hands. Another. Revelation upon revelation. Regardless, it is cause for celebration. The Nath will have no choice but to withdraw. But to another matter, I have tidings for thee as well. Regarding Ishgard's invitation. As promised, I brought the matter to my sire, hearkening to his answer now. For thousands of years have I mourned my beloved, who gave her life to forge a peace thy king betrayed. Such was my lot, till a child of Ishgard came unto me. For want of warmth she wrapped herself in a dream, yet the world will remember her deeds. For truth she fought, for justice she sinned, for redemption she sacrificed, and became as light. To follow one's heart, to have faith in one's convictions, be it for weal or be it for woe, such is the folly and the glory of man, and of dragon. He hath entrusted the choice to us, and we have made it. We will keep faith with you who walk in the light. Then you accept Sir Emmerich's invitation. Let it be known that I, Vinafia, shall journey unto Ishgard on behalf of my people. We are honored to receive your answer, and will convey your words to our allies without delay. Alphanor is mastering the Lizard Wife Nod. He is becoming all too powerful. It's happening, Ysel. Would that you were here to see it. Kingdom Hearts. Well, that's fucking ominous.
Even as the Scions celebrated the return of a long-lost friend, honorable men plotted to deprive them of another. Honorable men, to whom Sir Emmerich was no hero, but a scheming patricide.
Emmerich, what the fuck is that armor for if it can't stop a goddamn knife? I mean, really, man.
Honorable men who would fain wash the paving stones of foundation with the tyrant's blood. Honorable men whose knife in the dark was the spark which set the city aflame, and who sang as it burned.
Wow. The sun really knows how to arrest someone. Holy shit. But seriously, Emmerich, what the hell is that armor for? Is it just for ceremonies or something? Couldn't even stop a fucking knife. Pathetic. Okay, let's see what's what. Who's who. And if we can still throw Alphanor off a bridge. Right. Let us not keep Sir Emmerich waiting. Quite well, Thancred. Yes, quite well. Forgive me. You have given me rather a lot to digest. This whole affair with the Ishgardians and the Dravanians, and our friends nowhere to be found. It would seem there is no end to our troubles. We can but face them head-on, one at a time. For now, we must apply ourselves to our allotted tasks. Leave the others to theirs. Remember, Thancred, we found you, as they found me. In time, we will find Yida and Papalimo, and Minfilia as well. These troubles will soon be but a memory, on which we will look back on together. Pray, do not misunderstand. I did not mean to imply that it would be otherwise. I merely wish that I had rejoined our grand adventure at one of its more triumphant moments. Despite your recent accomplishments, the mood here is less than celebratory. I have no doubts that we will enjoy many glorious victories soon enough, and yet you may rest assured that I will play my part in them to the very hilt. As a wife, nod. I know you will. So then, to the congregation. It is not simply armor, but plated with chainmail. Yeah, I still don't know how a fucking knife found its way into his gut. That armor's shit. I'm back. Hey, Hilda. Looking as fantastic as always. You have returned. In this, at least, the fates are kind. Greetings, First Commander. It pleases me to inform you that Venofria has accepted Sir Emmerich's invitation. She has. These are glad tidings indeed. But Sir Emmerich is dead, so, fuck off. Would that the Lord Commander were here to hear them. Is he otherwise engaged? Read the fucking room, Alphino. Aye, sleeping off a night to the gut? What? What happened here? Will he live? Oh my god. The healers tell me that he will make full recovery. But had Lord Edmont and Lord Arturiel had not been on hand when the assassin struck, he would not have been so fortunate. For mercy, they subdued the fiend before he could land a telling blow. The attack was just beginning, though. Not long after, buildings all around the city, including 7 Allahs, burst into flame. Battle caught us completely by surprise. We've been dousing the fires, but for every one we put out, it seems like 2 more start out. Casualties are mounting, especially in the Broom. It is plain these fires were started by the assassins' conspirators. Until they have been rounded up, there will be no end to this. Will you help us to find them? No rest for the wicked. Then let us be about it. Against the dying light, Lucia would begin to hunt the arsonists without delay. The flames are spreading. We must needs begin our investigation immediately. Witnesses have been found. Suspects must be identified. Have you been able to determine the precise locations where the fires were set? Mayhap there is a pattern. If there is, we have yet to discern it. Fires have been reported throughout the city, in both the pillars and the foundation. Indeed, given the size of the area affected, I think it best divide our forces. Master Alphino and Mistress Shola, I would have you take charge of the investigation in the Foundation. As you wish. Mayhap Tasharo can be of assistance there. Meaning Tida and me get the pillars. Oh, they'll like me up there. Only question is, will the grizzled old rogue striking a pose over there be joining us? Thank great of the signs of the 7th dawn. And may I say what a pleasure it is to meet you too, my lady. I'll bet. The name's Hilda. Scion, eh? And there I was thinking I'd found a fellow ruffian amongst all these illustrious patronage. Ah, birds of a feather, those two. I will remain here to coordinate the fire-quenching effort. If you learn aught of the value, please inform me immediately. That is all. While we could begin by sifting through charred rubble and questioning random passers-by, in my experience, every town has at least one individual who can be counted on to know things he or she should not. Oh my god, are we going to Emerald again? Oh aye, the infamous Lord Emerald de Fortin, lover of woman and wine. Don't either care for him that much. They say he could gossip for Ishgard. That's the sort of fellow I had in mind. Capital suggestion, Tida. It'll be at the Kreuzer, most like, making an effort to be seen. So let's go and see him. I like how Hilda and Thancred are the same height. Grizzled I would accept, but old? You need a shave, buddy. Thancred, you do not look good in a beard. Beards are surprisingly hard to pull off. Welcome back to Emerald Live. Well, well, if it isn't Tida, dearest of all my friends. You're looking rather glum. Something the matter, old girl? I still haven't got to my giant bed. Yes, the arsonist. Dreadful business, that. And awfully curious, won't you say? There doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to it at all. Naturally, we've doubled the guard outside the manor, along with most of the other houses. Can't have the old pyre going up in flames, after all. Oh, in case you were wondering why the Hoplon is awash with refugees, the low levels of the vault have been opened to those unfortunate souls who have lost their homes. Sir Emmeric's orders, from what I hear. Remarkable man. Not even a knife in the ribs can keep him from his duties. Actually, old girl, if you're thinking of questioning the refugees, I should be more than happy to accompany you to the Hoplon. While you conduct your inquiries, I should offer words of comfort to the distressed, despondent young maidens. Wait a minute. I know what this is. You're giving me one of your looks, aren't you? You do me injustice, old girl. I will have you know my heart yearns for but one rose, prickly though she may be. I sense you will remain unconvinced. Very well. If it will not help to prove the purity of my intentions, I shall gracefully recede my offer. Now run along and catch those arsonists. That was not entirely what I had hoped. Whose idea was it to come here again? Never mind. For our next step, I suggest we divide our efforts. While you question the refugees in the Hoplon, Tida, I shall investigate the locations where the fires were set. Would you be so good to join me, Hilda? You know what? I reckon I would. Can't be having you roam about in an unfamiliar city by your lonesome, can we? You'd only get robbed blind and left shivering in your small clothes. What do you think, Honoro? My lord is a gentleman of unassailable principles. To assail them, after all, one first need to locate them. Oh! Honoro, you didn't have to murder him in the streets. Holy shit! So tonight, cold and pandemic outside, I decided to postpone my trip until tomorrow. Well, welcome back, KO2. I hope you're able to fetch that stuff tomorrow with more ease. And possibly in a warmer climate. Jesus Christ, Honoro. You didn't have to murder a man. There was a man with a satchel. Saw him kneeling outside the window, and then there was smoke everywhere. It was so hot, and I couldn't breathe. I don't remember how I made it out. Suppose I must have climbed. Maybe my arm is getting better after all. Hello, inconspicuous priest. Come, my brothers and sisters, there's food and shelter enough for all in the Basilica. Helena is pressing upon you, Father. I'm convinced we were not sure if we should come. There's so many unbelievable tales these days. The Archbishop and Sir Emeric and the Giovannians. Trust in your heart, brother, and pray no heed to the lies of lesser men. They seek only to lead you astray. I'm a small lizard wife. Do you require succor as well, miss? I'm a small lizard wife. I desire a giant bed. So the Temple Knights have begun their investigation at last. Good. This madness has gone on far too long. Would that I could do something to aid you in your search, but I have duties to these poor souls. Farewell, and may the Fury guide your steps. Yo, check out that small lizard wife. She has a giant sword and dresses like a goth chick. Ours was one of the first homes to to be claimed. I didn't see how the fire began. It was only when I heard our neighbors shouting that I looked outside and saw the flames. We barely escaped with the clothes on our backs. Were it not for the church's generosity, I don't know what we'd do. What the fuck are these houses on fire? Oh, they're down there. Can I jump down there? I can! Ah, there you are. Anything to share? I might have punched a priest. We will require more than the muddled testimonies of a traumatized girl if we are to identify the culprits. While you were questioning the refugees, we inspected the scene of several of the fires, including one near the St. Redemanad's cathedral, and another near the tribunal. For mercy, neither structure suffered significant damage. Some might say they were spared by the grace of the Furies. Others might question how such ruthless, efficient arsonists contrived to fail so miserably on the 2 occasions when the target was a bastion of Ishgardian orthodoxy. Too true. Nothing conclusive, of course, but it does give one cause to wonder. Alfno would doubtlessly have an opinion, whatever. And I'm a Smalla's wife. Alright, let's head for the broom. Run, 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 run. Usually over here. Yep. What's up, guys? Science will avail you not, sir. Ah, Taida, I was just about to summon you. As you can see, we detained a suspect. We found this man loitering near the remains of one of the stricken buildings. According to eyewitnesses, he was also present before the fires broke out. We wished to have words. He did not, so we insisted. Let me go, damn it! You got the wrong man. My, but you reek of oil. And all those burns on your hands. An occupational hazard, I suppose. Tell me, does arson pay well? I'm a victim, you imbecile. Look at me. Aye, that you are. After a fashion. You should know that your pious patron has already spun us a delightful yarn about how his pet mongrel slipped the leash and set about burning half the city to the ground. Not very noble of him, I grant you, but then these highborn types really do show loyalty to their pets. In fact, he called you rabid and begged us to put you down. That's bollocks. He's the one who told me to keep going. Even a sinner such as me could find salvation in the Fury's work, he said. I'd left it behind, tried to with all my heart, said my prayers every day, like a good man. But he came to me. He came to me. And there you have it, Hilda. Would you like to be so kind as to escort our friend to the congregation? Aye, so long as you don't mind if he's limping when he gets there. Gonna give him a swift kick in the ass. That was incredible, Thancred. But how did you know he would confess? Well, I've seen his like before. A troubled soul manipulated by men of power and wielded as a weapon. I could not be certain, of course, but given the stakes, I thought it worth the risk. And if our captain had called your bluff? Must we entertain hypotheticals? The world as it is vexing enough. Thank you, Thancred. Thank you, Thancred. Man, that just flows off the tongue. Whether by luck or judgment, We have at last confirmed that these arsonists were orchestrated by a person or persons of influence. I think it best we now return to the congregation and discuss how best to proceed. This is a nice piano piece. I am a small lizard wife. I have a giant sword. I am a small lizard wife. What's up, bitches? On behalf of the Holy See of Ishgard, I thank you all. The man you apprehended is being interrogated as we speak, though he fell silent upon realizing we had not turned his master. He will soon tell us all what he knows, one way or another. Sup, I haven't seen you in a while. Pardon the intrusion, First Commander. Ah, Lord Artoriel. Are you come to see your father? He is attending Sir Emmerich in his chambers at present. He bid me bring this salve. Then, do not let me detain you. Thank you for your kindness, my lord. In troubled times, every man must do his part. Would that I could do more. I haven't seen Artoriel really involved in the story since we helped him out that one time. My, Lord Artoriel did not seem to be in the best of spirits. 'Tis little wonder, Master Alphenor. His father is widely slandered, and his half-brother not yet cold in the grave. Ooh, getting more gear. What do we got? Primal chokers. Very nice. As goes light, so goes darkness. Lucia is not one to rest on her laurels. Fucking English language, why do you have to be so fucking difficult?
I do not mean to diminish our accomplishments, but until we identify the ones who ordered the fires set, our work is far from finished.
It was Alphino. Kill him!
Between the various conservative and religious factions in Ishgard, I dare say there's no shortage of parties who would like to see the status quo preserved.
Mm-hmm.
Do any likely suspects spring to mind?
Far too many to count.
Lord Commander, your wounds.
And get a new thing with armor, dude.
Thank you. Time is of the essence. Lest we forget, these men would sooner put their own city to the torch than see it change. When our enemies learn that we have apprehended their arsonist, there is no telling how they will react.
Looks like they've already reacted.
Lord Commander, an armed mob has seized control of the vault.
Mm-hmm. That's about right.
And now we know. Tell us what happened, sir. Spare no detail.
We were directing refugees into the Basilica, as you ordered, when all of a sudden, men brandishing weapons were all around us. It happened so fast, my lord. We had no time to respond. They've taken the refugees hostage and barricaded themselves inside the vault.
And they sent you to deliver their demands.
They, the true brothers of the faith, demand that a conclave to select the next archbishop be held forthwith. Furthermore, they declare that you, Lord Commander, are guilty of patricide and high treason, and that you must surrender yourself at once to receive of the Fury's judgment.
Mm-hmm. They didn't count on a small lizard wife to come and kick their ass, though.
Ridiculous! I mean, do they honestly think that executing Sir Emmerich would change anything? That the truth will somehow die with him?
These fundamentalists rage against the passing of the old ways, unable to accept there can be no going back.
Wow, he doesn't sound anything like I thought he would.
Given the fanciful nature of their demands, a peaceful resolution does not seem likely. If the hostages are to be rescued, it will be by force, I fear.
Well, here comes an ass kicking from a lizard wife.
Agreed. Lucia, take a contingent of knights and establish a perimeter outside the entrance.
At once, Lord Commander.
Hilda, I need your people out in force throughout the Broom. When word spreads of the situation, the friends and family of the hostages may try to take matters into their own hands. I will not give these militants more targets. I shall lead the assault on the vault. Master Alphino, can I count on the support of the Scions?
Might as well.
Of course.
I better get a giant bed out of this.
We are in your debt.
I shall join you as well, Lord Commander.
God, his voice is deep as an ocean.
Your assistance is most welcome, Lord Atwarel.
Man, I did not pronounce his name right at all.
Against us.
Let's get this ass some kicking. Alright, at the pillars. Where the fuck are you? Oh, there you are. Up the steps we go. Swear to God, if another Fortaunt dies in there, I'm gonna lose my shit. Can someone equip Alphino as a meat shield just in case? Oh, hey, you dress up good. I forgot. Listen well. We will enter the Basilica silently via this gate. According to our latest reports, there are at least 6 hostages being held within. The numbers and readiness of the true brothers of faith are unknown. I'm told one claimed to have served under Thoradin VII. Might the same be true of the rest? Given the swiftness with which they seize control of the vault, I think it highly likely, yes. Which means that they may well possess the knowledge required to turn the building's defenses against us. Be that as it may, we have no choice but to press on. Lord Autoriel, you are a brave man and true, and none would dare question your honor if you chose not to risk your life in this endeavor. Are you certain you wish to join us? I am no stranger to the battlefield, Sir Emmerich. My arm will not falter. My shield will not break. Alone as my witness, we will bring these fanatics to justice. Well said, my lord. Friends, follow me. We gotta tussle. Alright. What the fuck are we standing around for? Let's fucking go! Where the fuck you going, buddy? Come back here. Let's move that up a little. Yeah, that looks better on the screen. Unleash the power of Edge! Goth wife is supreme! Alright. Securing the hostages.
Down with you!
How the fuck do I do that? Oh. Hostage secure. Can I fight now? There's a white pose! Uh-oh. We got reinforcements. There we go. Good hustle, good hustle, good hustle. Let's go, lads. Up and at him. Oh, another cutscene. Got ourselves a final boss battle. Sir Samonard? Lay down your arms and release the hostages. You will be shown mercy. I give you my word. Ha! The word of a heretic knight and a kinslayer. I should trust a dragon. I would sooner trust a dragon. Activate the knights. We shall show the hostages the same mercy he showed the archbishop. Ah, great. More chess pieces. Unlike you, Sir Emmerich, I'm a man of honor. By my hand, you shall receive the Fury's judgment. Right, you just sent a bunch of automaton knights to kill hostages. But yeah, sure, you're a man of honor. Bullshit. So it is to be a trial then. Lord Autoriel, Tida, leave us and save the hostages. I shall deal with Sir Seminard. Alright. Let's go save some hostages. Pray would love this. That is what, 4 of 6? Seems we got 2 more to go. Can't go that way. Oh yeah, an honorable man having your entire posse attack at once when you can't bring Emmerich down. Yeah, here's honorable ass. Okay, here's number 5 was number 6. See no others nearby. Come, Titus. Sir Emmerich needs our help. Alright, but where the hell's number 6? 6 hostages. Okay. Come get a licking.
This knight does not yield.
I don't think anybody's asking you, Emmerich. Alright, just you and me, buddy. Let's see how a knight of the Holy See handles a dark knight. Or did you turn into a primal too and I'll have to kick your ass? Either way, it's all good. Victory. Oh, and that'd be the 6th one. Victory! Lizard wife pose! Or not. Cutscene.
Where is he? Where is he?
Where are the drugs? Would hurt a child.
Come no closer!
You have lost, priest. I could make it.
You have nowhere to run. Release the girl and surrender.
I have a giant flowing claw. I could get her. And a polar bear.
Surrender to whom? The blasphemer who throws wide the gates to our enemy? Who breaks bread with him and calls him brother? Ungodly swine! I would sooner die than surrender to you.
Yeah, you sound exactly how I imagine you would.
Is it godly to spill the blood of an innocent child? To burn the homes of your brothers? Tell me, priest, is that godly?
Do not speak to me of godliness, heathen! Your father's blood is on your hands, as is hers!
God, they're really working this... Wow, they're really working this facial animation, aren't they? See, now that's how you fucking scream. What the hell was all that no shit, Alphino? Oh, this is gonna get messy. Well, she's dead. Or not. We're getting never...
What? But
we're never ending storing this bitch.
Vidofne!
You got some good timing, son of a bitch.
Well met, knight.
Mayhap I chose an inopportune moment.
God, I forgot what she sounded like.
Not at all. Pray forgive us this most unworthy reception. We are honored to have you with us, and right glad of your aid.
Fortune delivered the child unto me. I had but to receive her.
Thank you for saving me.
Thou art welcome, child.
Hmm. Some good fucking timing.
Never did I think to be indebted to so unexpected a savior. But full glad am I to be so.
Friend of Izel, warrior of warriors, I had hoped to meet with thee.
Oh, what's up? You got my bed?
I bear a message from my sire.
Oh, this should be good.
From Bracefelder.
Upon returning to our lands, Nidhogg's shade did sing unto his brood, and they for skies unknown did then take wing. This thou must know, for your fates are inextricably bound.
What of Estinian? Is he truly lost to us?
Not the time, Alphanode.
Such matters are beyond my ken. I but bear my father's words. Take from them what thou wilt.
I'm getting a new bed.
Fare you well, mortals.
I think that's the first time a dragon has come to us instead of us going to them.
So it is as they say then. A great white dragon swooped down from the heavens to rescue an innocent child.
What about the
A
priest?
most unexpected turn of events, but not an unwelcome one. The people will not soon forget this day.
Yet how will they choose to remember it, Sir Emmerich? And will these events serve to bring man and dragon closer together, or drive a deeper wedge between brothers?
How indeed.
After 1,000 years, the world these men once knew is changing, and with ungentle swiftness to boot. Though their actions are misguided, their sentiments are only to be expected. You may be sure that others will rally to their cause. I share your desire for a lasting peace with the Javanians, I do. But I would not see it built on the bones of our countrymen, nor on our own. I see much of Horsefon you, and I could not bear to mourn the passing of another son.
Did you just adopt Emmerich?
Lord Edmund.
Do you need to keep adopting people in front of your oldest son? Like, your son was standing right there, man. And he did really good in the vault. Come on. Seems like an unintentional punching down. And it's night. This has been a day of surprises, has it not? 'Tis but a pity Finafrid could not stay longer. Yes, I think it's fair to say that she timed her departure rather less well than her arrival. Well, time scarcely does it justice, but one moment later would have been a moment too late. Let us pray that Ishgardians who yet harbor doubts will take these events to heart and accept the truth of Sir Emmeric's words. Well, 'tis only met that I inform Tataru of what has occurred here. If you have need of me, I shall be at Forton Manor. Allow me to accompany you. Tataru would never forgive me if I left for the Rising Stones without saying goodbye. It was a life nod. A moment, Tida, if you wish. Tell me, this thing would seem quite well to you. He held his own in the vault. That he did, which is especially remarkable given the injury to his eye. I can only assume that his time in the wilderness afforded him ample opportunity to compensate for his impairment. However, I speak not of his physical, but rather of his etheric flow, which I fear has been irreparably disrupted. As a result, I strongly suspect his ability to manipulate ether has been compromised. Simply put, Thancred may no longer be able to wield magics. I don't remember seeing him wield magics to begin with, so it would do much to explain why he chose to remain within the wilderness instead of seeking us out. He would have been compelled to rely slowly on traditional methods of travel, significantly prolonging his journey. And when he learned that a nearby Ishgard was making preparations to summon a primal, may well have seemed more sensible to wait. Oh, that makes sense, yeah. But this is little more than speculation. Till I approve, pray speak no word of it. Does his wife nod? Right then. I should be on my way. Kryl may have charmed Master Matoya for now, but who can say how long it will last? Okay, bye. And his wife run! God, why is all the water in this goddamn game so fucking loud? Obnoxiously so.
But Vidofnir should chance to arrive even as the girl fell. Truly, I could not have planned it better myself.
Must you brag in front of everybody?
Ah, good. We were afraid you might have left.
Nope, not yet.
A shield, my lord?
Fit for a true knight. An expression of our gratitude to you and yours. Long overdue.
We're receiving another shield. Neat. Where the fuck did I put it?
There is something else I would discuss ere you part. Something which cannot leave this room. My father will soon step down as head of our house.
And that explains why you were given a voice actor.
Sir Emeric was not the only one to fall under suspicion following the death of the Archbishop.
There are some who believe my father complicit in a coup d'etat. Thus he intends to renounce his title to absolve our house of suspicion and secure the support of our peers.
Surely there must be another way to convince houses Durandare and Zemail.
I keep forgetting how that's pronounced until they say it.
So I said to him, alas, he will not budge. Ever since I was a child, I knew that I would one day succeed my father. The thought of it filled me with pride.
Durandare and
Yet once I learned the day was at hand, my heart was filled with naught but dread. Our legacy is built upon the lies of our forefathers. In accepting this title, am I not perpetuating this injustice? Why should I become the next count?
Oh, do I have to cut this deep? Do I have to cut the... Oh, God.
You sound just like him. Aye, I suspect that is what Horschiffon would have said. To aid those in need. When you look on that shield, I trust you will remember his words. And should I once more find my resolve wavering, I ask that you show me the way. You were a sister to Horschiffon. Will you be a sister to me as well?
I'm rather spiky to be a sister. More of a small lizard wife.
Come, Manelaine. There's much to be done. For father, and for Sir Emmerich, and for Ishgard.
His name is Emerald. Okay, bye.
To think we share the same blood. Pray excuse us.
Guess it's just as bad as my water. Smells like chloride.
Those were the days of promises and vows, of tentative first steps into an uncertain future.
Like your tap
a future
water?
Shaped by the choices we made, in ways we could never have foreseen. Born of good and evil, of light and darkness, and shepherded by our hand. Be it for weal, or be it for woe.
Chloride in your water bottle? That does not sound too good, my friend. Might want to return that water bottle where the hell you got it from. I don't need it. Taste doesn't tell, but the smell does. Yeah. Hello, Erdianje. What the fuck are you up to? This is thy proof. General oracles. It is a truth long forgotten, tale beginning in the path we have been set upon. That's a little bit. Our fates were ordained long ago, Archon. The Guardians are no exception, nor the Triad. You know what must need be done. Alphino? Ominous. Well, Everyone has their orders. The mask will attack as soon as all units are in position. Imperials won't know what hit them. I feel it will be bloody. By Rago, it better be. We cannot stay here forever, Yida. We have our responsibilities. I know full well that what my responsibilities are, and I mean to fulfill them. And I mean to fulfill them, every one. The hell's going on? What hot water have they gotten themselves into? Okay, we've been going for 2 hours. I think we can continue. As it once was, Tara is waiting to share good tidings with you and Alphinaud. We've received news regarding Lahamin, Hore Boulder, and Coltonet. God damn it. What's with these naming conventions? Really? Has something happened? No, it's nothing bad. Quite the opposite, in fact. It seems that once they learned the sign's good name had been restored, they boarded the next ship bound for Limsa. They should be arriving any moment now. It's easy to forget how useful link pearls are, isn't it? When they work, I mean. And you don't mind being spied on. Quite. But what wonderful news. To think our reunion is so close at hand. A pleasure to see you too, Alphinaud. Ah, thank good. And Kryl, what brings you two here? Kryl and I have been looking into how we might track down Minfilia. And we may just have found the answer. That's good. Taida, when you were fleeing Uldar with Minfilia, you said that Hydaelyn spoke to her shortly before you parted ways, yes? Well, assuming that is true, I see no reason to suspect that it is not. It seems reasonable to conclude that Hydaelyn commanded her to remain behind. That is to say, the Mother Crystal directly interceded to guide Minfilia. Admittedly, this is all quite hypothetical, but I propose that such intervention, however subtle, must surely leave some residual trace, a lingering disturbance in the ether, or a ripple, if you will. In order to establish the existence of such ripples, of course, we will require suitable data. Fortunately, I know where such data can be found. The battleground where Taida felled the Ultima weapon, the site of my personal ignominy. So it was there that Hydaelyn intervened to shield her from the magic I invoked. Kryl and I will infiltrate the cache room and analyze the ether therein. The two of you? Alone? I have a proven knack for subterfuge, and I am confident there will be sufficient nooks and crannies in which to hide Kryl while patrolling paths. Besides, if you and Taida come along, who will see Lahamin's grand homecoming? When you put it like that, very well, I trust you with the plan. Ah, they too have mastered the lizard wife nod. I know not whether this data will yield the means to find Minfilia, but it will at the very least, eliminate another avenue of inquiry. Taro and I will return to the Rising Stones and make preparations for our comrade's return. Might I impose upon you to meet at Limson? God damn it! Might I impose upon you to meet them at the Limson docks? Lizard wife, nod. Then I shall see the four of you at the Rising Stones. Safe travels. Alright. We're going home, lads. Give me that sweet Limson music. That's some good ass music. Hello, hello, one and all. Oh, Tida, how have you been? Come here, let me have a good look at you. 'Twas where I started my venture nearly a month ago. Or over a month ago now. I'm a Limson lizard wife through and through. Thank the 12, one hears the strangest tales in foreign lands. I worried about you all every day. We would have sent word sooner, but the braves afforded us no opportunity. They failed upon us in the market. It was all we could do to escape. Tatara found her way to you, of course, but we were forced to seek shelter aboard a Hainish vessel. It pains us not being there when you needed us most, but we made the most of it, didn't we? Courtinet. Studied and trained from dusk till dawn, we did. We would have sent word sooner, but we knew not whom to trust, and with the vast distance. But those dark days are behind us at last. I shall be glad indeed to return home and speak with my daughter. About that. She kinda ran off on her own. What do you mean she's missing? How could you let this happen? Forgive me. I'm sure you're doing everything within your power to find her. As Thancred must be. He watched over her from the first, long before me, and he will watch over her to the last. I shall pray for her safe return, and busy myself in the meantime. To me, or does she look different than before? For a certainty, there is much and more to be done. The braves may have blooded us, but the path remains, and we shall not be swayed from it. Aye, that is the spirit. To the signs and a long overdue reunion. Huzzah! Lizard wife, nod! Well, there you have it. To the rising stones. Walk. Yep, Glimpsa's really good. Oh hey, another cutscene already.
Well done, sir. And with that, I believe we are ready to proceed.
Let us be about our business then. The next patrol may not be so credulous.
Why must you be so disappointingly brusque? You're not at all as Minfilia described, you know. I don't think you favored me with so much as a single compliment since we set out. Tell me, did your time in the wilderness sap you of all your charm? Or are you holding it in reserve for your beloved?
This is neither the time nor the place.
Well, call me old-fashioned, but when I'm risking life and limb infiltrating an Imperial castrum, I like to be sure of my comrades' motivations.
Ooh, trouble be a brewing.
I see now where Alphino gets it from.
Oh!
Minfilia is dear to me. It is true. But not in the way you think. 15 years passed, when she was still but a child. There was an incident at a parade. A Gubu broke free of its fetters and ran amok through the streets of Ul'dah. Had I been more attentive, I could have prevented it. But I was distracted, and her father was killed. I feared she would never recover. But in the years that followed, she showed herself to be more resilient than I had ever imagined. And when she learned of her gift, she did not flinch from the responsibility, but sought to guide others on the path. She touched the hearts of all around her. Mine, Louisoix, every science. In those dark days following the calamity, she was our guiding light, our hope for a brighter future.
And now she's gone.
She had so many dreams, and I would give anything to make them come true.
My apologies. I can see she means the world to you. I did not mean to pick at old scars.
Throw off a bitch. It worked with Alpha
No
now.
harm done, I assure you. But fair is fair, my lady. What is Minfilia to you?
You mean you don't know? Only my dearest friend. When I finally emerged from my torpor, I learned that nary a day had passed without her asking after me. She never gave up hope.
Yeah, you would not clean the fuck out.
And neither will I.
Then for Minfilia's sake, let us pray that these vestiges of Hydaelyn's intervention will lead us to her.
Ah, they're in Castrum Marinera. Heading up to the Praetorium. What's left of it, anyway. God, how can you not like Limsa's music? It isn't as bombastic and overblown as Uldar's Day thing. It still has the nauticalness of it. It has a personality to it that isn't just loud and boisterous for no reason. It has substance. And that is why Limsa is so much better than Uldar. Plus, who could hate this ocean view? Alright, let's head to Revenant's Toll, which is also a very cool place. Revenant's Toll is also a really good place I enjoy. As far as a Realm Reborn could do, Wardona is not too shabby. What's up? Feels good to be home again. To think that everyone is waiting for us, just beyond those doors. Friends and family with whom we have shared so much. God's help me, but the older I get, the more sentimental I become. Come, let us not keep them waiting. Oh, no need to stand on ceremony for me, guys. Elene, Ephemy, it fills my heart with joy to see you both hale and healthy. But what of Higiri? She is well, though abroad on a mission at present. It just wasn't the same without you. Welcome back, milady. We could do with more of that around here. Heartfelt reunions with stalwart companions brings a bloody tear to my eye. To secrete oneself in a ship's hold to secure safe passage to a faraway land. This is a tale we know all too well. When they are well rested, I should like to seek a formal introduction. Wait, why, my friend? Come, there be no need to be shy. Pray grant me a moment longer, at least. Though I'm happy to oblige you, my legs are rather less accommodating. Okay, what in the seven hells drove my little brother to come to Mordona? Why, you, brother. You and the Scions, of course. For 1,000 days I trained, that I might grow as strong as you, that I might fight alongside you. Yet now that you are here, I sense that you have surpassed me once more. No, do not tell me. You trained with the heinous, did you not? Your eyes do not deceive, brother. I studied the trials of the braves and drunk deep of the souls of mine enemies. Glad though I am to be home, I cannot help but think of those who have yet to return. Once we have settled in, I shall join the search. Just a little bit of everything. Hey, 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 Jataru! What is up? The hardest working scion in the batch? This is a good musical piece. It's been so long since I've seen them all like this. Too long. 'Twas the chaos born of my foolish ambition which forced them to flee. Though they are returned, there are others yet missing, others whom we cannot forsake. We'll find them, Alfredor. I know we will. Minfilia, Ida, Papalymo, every last one of them. And when they walk through those doors, we'll be here to welcome them home. With me at the head of the queue, of course. Ah, Totoro, how we adore thee. Oh, cookie. What happening? The word of the mother. Alfredor is eager to return to the search for Minfilia. Thinkert and Cryo contacted us a short while ago, seeing that the foray into Cassia Marinera bore fruit. They asked that we rendezvous with them in Y'shtola in Ildershire, where they will share their findings. Rude though it is to depart without speaking to the guests of honor, I expect she will forgive me if I am to return with her daughter. Heading out to Ildershire. Activate Nanny Bot! My apologies. I see I'm last to arrive. So, what news have you for us? Well, as we are postulated, there are indeed what appear to be the remnants of our unexplained disturbance in the ether at the scene of the Ultima weapon's destruction. A ripple at odds with the preceding pattern. Though faint, the waveforms bore strong resemblance to those observed following the destruction of the Isle of Val, when I believe Hydaelyn shielded me with the blessing of light. To confirm our findings, we paid visit to the city aqueducts. There we detected the same waveform, but orders magnitude larger, as one would expect of a more recent disturbance. Hydaelyn. There's no other explanation. But there is more. When I studied the site where Y'shtola used flow, it appeared that not 2 but 3 beings had been affected. But unlike Y'shtola and Thancred, there was no trail to follow. Our unknown third party is simply there, and then not there. No, recall your visions of a vast crystal floating in the sea of ether. Though this too is but a theory, studies of gifted subjects suggest that, when communing with Hydaelyn, we briefly leave our bodies behind. So let us consider the facts. 1. Hydaelyn interceded. 2. A third being was caught in Y'shtola's flow, and vanished without a trace. 3. Hydaelyn may have the capacity to summon the consciousness of gifted individuals to her side. You are implying, I take it, that Hydaelyn guided Minfilia into the compass of my magic, then she might summon her, body and soul, unto the ethereal sea. In which case, we must needs continue our search. For a blessing, the means to do so already exists. Are we gonna go bother Matoya again? I speak of the Answer Tower, a Charlian construct conceived to provide scholars a vantage point over the ethereal sea. Though I know not where its entrance lies, we need only ask its last custodian, a contrary old crone who, for another blessing, refused to join the Exodus. Master Matoya was the keeper of the Answer Tower. I had no idea. Then our course is clear. We must petition her aid once again. Man, we're bothering Matoya a lot. Like, guys, she specifically made her cave to get the fuck away from people. And yet we're still bothering her. Jump. Jump. me bought away! And now we can see Alexander from here. That's neat. Usually some game companies I could mention wait entire expansions to change details. This one's like, nope, end of the expansion, we're changing this new area now, even if it's ever so slightly. I just love this area too. Some gorgeous music. In the words of the Dark Souls community, gorgeous view ahead. Hey, Matoya! We're back to bother you! Could probably buy a ring with that. Hi, we're back to pester you. Again. Oh, what a surprise. Well, what secrets have you come to extract from me this time? Though it pains me to admit your words strike close to the mark, we humbly ask that you grant us entry to the Anti-Tower, that we might use to seek a friend who we believe has been transported to the Ethereal Sea. And who told you I could do such a thing, I wonder? Ha! You can't trust nothing with your shoulder. God damn! This tower was abandoned to its magical keepers 15 years ago. You have the run of the place now. If that is no deterrent to you, then by all means. Is that all? I felt sure you would seek to dissuade us from our course, given your role as custodian. Roll, hardly. A foreign foisted the title upon me. During the Exodus, every entrance to the Anti-Tower was sealed, save one. Ah, that's where the door goes. My role consists of making sure no one with ill intent sneaks through it. Such was the Forum's final order to me. Well, I can remove the wards now, right? I could remove the wards right now. Will you be going or not? We will, Master Matoya. We will do whatever it takes to find Menphilia. We'll see about that. Tyler could go. Take the magicless rogue too, if you like. It's no use to me. The rest of you will stay and work. I will have no arguments. Those are my terms. Oh, I should be delighted to accompany you. Lead the way, Tida. Thancred, no. The etheric flow has been compromised. Do not deny it. To venture into an environment so thick with ether, so close to the ethereal sea, would be to the risk further impairment, or worse. But Menphilia could be in there waiting for us. And you could die. For what? She is waiting beyond. Tida will find her. Trust in her. Have faith. Damn it all. Bring her back to us. I will try? Of course it's a dungeon. Up. Just gotta do a few things in Gold Saucer while we wait, I guess. Hit me with that jarring shift in music and tone. What's up? Do our usual stuff to farm out some MGP while we wait. Splish splash. Nope. No. And I am bad at this game. It's the only one I can do semi-reliably. How was that not taken? God damn it. I call bullshit. Ah. It's like my brain forgot how this game works. How does that count? Oh god. Oh, cool mistress. And we're heading in. Let's see what we got for us. Wow. Some Alice in Wonderland shit. Oh my god. I don't know what I was expecting, but there's that. I'm a square. This is sort of like a bed. I'm a nice cozy kotatsu. Don't look directly into the light, chat. The light of the crystal is blinding. That's some anti-DPS today. And an impatient healer. Up we go. Alright, I'll just let them do their thing. Big ass frog. That's like the flamethrower from the gunship. I keep with the lake. Boy, they are just killing this guy. Down he goes. Well, Bastard didn't even stand a chance. As the audio levels, by the way. They, decent? I don't know if anything's too loud or too quiet. Oh, it was good. Oh, good. I tried to keep them at the levels you said they were good at last time. It's just a bit loud for me for some reason. Now it's quiet for some reason. I'll just keep it on this letter from when I stream from here on out. Oh my god, is that a David Bowie reference? Hello, Ziggy Stardust. Ground control, Major Tom. It fucking is. Wow, this thing is just melting everything. Can't use that. So away we go. Oh, I like this music too. Oh wait, let's replace those. Oh boy, here we go running then. I think I was teamed up with speedrunners. Holy shit. lot of aiming stuff. That TPS, the ninja left. It was less of a dungeon and a murder spree. Holy shit. What the fuck? Kakabri, huh? Adobo dolls. Terrible dolls. Yep. Ho ho. Yeah, that's 10 pounds of nope in a 5-pound bag. What the fuck is going on? Holy shit. Not dying as fast as the other ones. Hello. That died. Can you just fucking die already? Holy shit. But his wife is happy. And everybody's gone. Okay. God, what the hell was that group? I've never run a dungeon that fucking fast. Holy shit. That was more of a roller coaster ride than it was a dungeon. What the fuck were we here for again? I don't remember. Oh good, my boobs are glowing.
Hear, feel, think.
Oh, great. We're gonna get blinded again? Oh my god. Okay. Giant rock candy. How you been? I haven't seen you in a while. I'm a Dark Knight.
And space hast thou journeyed unto me, as I knew thou wouldst.
So why did you call me sooner? Oh, hey, it's Menphilia.
We are the word of the Mother. We, who were once called Minfilia.
Heidelin, did you just temper Menphilia? Have you possessed a body?
Time hath passed for thee since the bloody banquet. Since I hearkened to her word.
That ain't good.
Heidelin guided me towards Y'shtola and Thancred, that I might be swept up in their flow and
That
delivered
sounds
under the
dirty.
ethereal sea.
Yay?
There, adrift and alone, her voice silent once more, I prayed for those we had lost, for those we can yet save. To her I would make an offering. We speak now with one voice, one will, one word. Unto thee we bequeath the most precious of gifts, the truth which lieth at the heart of this world.
Sweet, I'm getting to bed.
Thus do we beseech thee once more. Hear, feel, think.
Yeah, because that's not creepy at all. It's creepy the first time, and it's creepier now that you're piloting a Menphilia doll. Well, you pointed out I did not notice how many times they blinded us. Like, really?
Before there was life, in the depths of the ethereal sea, light and dark did once dwell as one. But the darkness coveted power, and the balance was broken. Thus was I forced to banish him unto the distant heavens, to forever remain apart, a moon bound.
Are you telling me you sealed Zodiac in a moon?
Star did we cry out, and the barriers twixt planes chanced to falter. Across 10 and 3 were we then divided, reflections of the source, each possessed of a shard.
Is that why Elidibus is on the moon?
Zodiac longeth to be made whole. For his restoration, for his resurrection, his servants labor without cease.
Yeah, I kinda noticed.
They seek to tear down the barriers which surround the source. Thus do they rejoice in their ardor, in your calamities, for each marks a rejoining. Seven times have they succeeded. 7 times hath the darkness grown stronger. 7 times have I failed. The Ascians cannot be suffered to continue. This is my final.
Oh, that ain't good.
The crystal's power is all but spent. With what remains, I will return you to the shore of the ethereal sea.
Yeah, this still feels like a hostage situation.
Blessed children, Go forth and seek. Seek.
Bye, Minfilia, I guess. Still kind of fucking creepy. Oh god, here we go again. Why the fuck is it so blinding? Can I join the Asians? Do the Asians get blinded this fucking much?
Thank the 12.
Did you find her? Did you find Minfilia?
Bad news. She's possessed by giant rock candy. Oh, I'd rather be blinded by purple than white. Holy shit. That just sears my eyes.
The word of the mother. I'm not sure I understand.
Nor am I. Cryo?
As unbelievable as it sounds, I see no reason to doubt her. The word's tale. No one was more sensitive to the will of Hydaelyn than Minfilia. And if Hydaelyn has grown so weak that she can barely make herself heard, it is not hard to see why Minfilia, having joined with her, might struggle to maintain her own form.
So let's go empower Hydaelyn.
Why would she need to maintain her own form? Are you saying she's gone? But that cannot be. Not now. Not after all we have accomplished.
Your lips
We
are
were
still
made to
really
usher in the
weird,
dawn's
Alpha.
light together.
She threw herself on the fire to fuel your dawn's light, boy. You'll just have to usher it in on your own.
Must you be so ungentle?
I mean, she's saying what y'all won't.
Tell me about the Scions, boy.
The Scions of the Seventh Dawn lay before Eorzea's salvation. Whenever the realm is threatened, be it by Primal, Ascian, Garlean, or any other, we take up arms in her defense, that all in Eorzea may live to see a brighter tomorrow.
And that's very noble of you. But in chasing after these lofty goals of yours, you seem to have lost sight of some basic truths. To win a war, you must be willing to do whatever it takes. To fight, to kill, and if necessary, to die. The path you've chosen is paved with the dead. Walk it with your eyes open, or not at all.
Matoya's spitting straight facts.
I know the truth of which you speak, and have from the first. If the Ascians will go to any length to resurrect their god, then we must needs be as committed to our cause, to unmask them and their schemes, and to crush them both utterly. Come, there is much to be done.
So are we gonna like empower
Yes,
Hydaelyn
of
somehow?
course.
Or
Thancred, wait!
Thank you, he got shit on his mind. Oh wait. Alphino doesn't have platforms in this outfit.
No, this is all wrong.
Well, that certainly was a thing that happened. She's not coming back, is she? She did what she thought was best. I got so depressed here. Yeah, that's kind of a blow, but on the other hand, why the fuck didn't she ever use her knife? I went all through that trouble to material her a knife, and she never fucking used it. What a waste of time. I know that. I do. To give all for her beliefs was ever her way. So, will we. As we must. What greater calling could there be than to stand against the dark as defenders of the light? And yet, where does it end? The sacrifice. The loss. Hey, I got a frog boy. This Wars of Oz. Avner has reached a decision. I must ask that you not breathe a word of this to any of the others at the Rising Stones, especially Flahamin. I will brief Tataru on what we have learned, as well as Urianger. He may have the insight into what the word told us. As for you, Taida, after all you've done, I would say that you've earned a rest. But speaking of well-earned rewards, we received a missive from Sir Emmerich. While you were away, it would seem he was planning a ceremony of some sort, and would like you to attend. He did not divulge the details, preferring instead to explain in person. Yep, you should pay him a visit. So, let's set this entire thing straight. If Alphino had never made the Crystal Braves, Y'shtola would have never gone blind, Thancred would never have lost access to his ether, and Minfilia would still be here. Therefore, and thusly, this is all Alphino's fault. Let's throw him off a bridge now, and all will be well. But that is a lot to swallow, lore-wise. So let's go ahead and call it a stream. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, KO2, for ever being a fantastic person to chat with as we go along on this venture. We'll see about picking this up again tomorrow. But in the meantime, everybody have a good day. And thank you for stopping by, KO2. It's always a pleasure. As per usual, if anybody has missed any previous broadcasts, I think there's a 16-day time limit on when VODs go up on Twitch. And I've been slowly uploading the past VODs to my YouTube page. So go ahead and check either of those out if you want. In the meantime, have a good day, have good sleep, and I will see you tomorrow. Maybe. It's iffy. I have some stuff going tonight that might make me too tired. I'll update you guys on Twitter if otherwise. Anyway, have a good day. Bye-bye.